Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Manchester. Today we're flying this beautiful Flight Factor A320-200 from Manchester to Dublin aboard Ryanair Airways flight 1556. Obviously it's a fictional flight number because that's actually the flight number for coming from Dublin to Manchester. But instead we're doing the turnaround. Let's hop onto the cockpit and get this flight underway. So far we have our ground power and chocks connected, as well as a staircase and 2 baggage loaders. So, in due time, let us prepare the payload and fueling. So let's call the fuel truck. And it looks like we're going to be loading 85 kilograms of fuel. Our passengers today will get a random number, and for cargo we'll get a random number also. Now let's continue with the setup. So we're getting power and we have external power. Perfect. And make sure we get those strobe lights on as well. And get the fuel pumps going. Get the probe heat on auto. And let's start up the APU. APU generator is alive, and we're good to get off external power. We can call away the GPU and continue with the setup. And let's get the seatbelt signs on. We'll also get APU bleed going here for the air. So today we're flying EGCC to EIDW. Flight number is going to be FR for Ryanair 1556. We have a cost index of 20, and cruise flight level will be flight level 230. From EGCC we'll be taking the departure ASME 1Z, and SIDS. Do we have any SIDS available? We'll take 05. Take the 05 left and the ASME 1S instead. Throw that in. From ASMIM we have to take the Lima 975 all the way to Wall. And from Wall we take the Lima 10 to Pennell. From Pennell we take the Lima 70 to Bagzo. And from Bagzo we take the Bags 1K. let's calculate performance data. Flaps up 1.7. Oh, sorry, flaps 2. Then we'll do flaps 1 and up 1.7. Flex to 60, no, 59. We'll do 59. And that's that. So our flight plan has been programmed and we're pretty much ready to go. Let's just run through the checklist here. Landing gear is down, battery 1 and 2 is on, exterior power is off, APU fire button. We're not going to do any APU tests. Exterior power is off now, GPU truck is dismissed, cabin lights are on, parking brake is set, hydraulic yellow, off, parking brake off, brake pedals, flaps are up, ground spoilers are retracted and disarmed, probe window heat should be set to auto. It is. APU bleed is on, cross feed is on auto, air compact 1 and 2 are on, temperature selectors checked, electrical panels, ventilation panel checked, ADERs checked, ADERs, emergency lights, we're good on, actually no, we don't on those. And let's do a fire test on engine number 1 and engine number 2. Strobe lights are set to auto. That's correct. And radio panel should be on. Radio panel nav. Radio frequency altimeter. Let's set the altimeter. What's the barometric pressure for today's flight? We have 2992. Okay. ATC clearance is obtained. FMGS is set. FCU, let's set that up. So we have speed 115 for V1. Altitude, we want to get up to 23,000. I want to make sure that's managed. Flight director. Flight director's on, ILS is off, nav mode is set, clock is good, ATC TCAS is standby, anti-skid is on. We're going to need to turn that off or push back, so we'll do that right now. Thrust levers are set to idle. Ignition selection is normal and the ADERs is aligned. Not yet. Before engines start, let's get the doors closed. Fuel truck can go. Stairway is dismissed. Seatbelt sign needs to come on. It is on and no smoking sign is on. Beacon light should be on. It is. And onboard auto checklist, none. For pushback, we'll have to wait for the ADERs to align first and then we'll be ready to go. Okay, engine number 1 is available, and we'll take in engine number 2. We'll close the first officer's window. Engine number 2 is available. We can turn off the ignition selector. Set it back to normal. APU bleed can come off at this time. Aircon packs 1 and 2 are on. Ground spoilers need to be armed. Ground spoilers are armed. Auto brake needs to be set to maximum. Rudder trim is 0, pitch trim is 0, flaps 1, APU master. And flight control check. Full left, full right, full up, full down, full left, and full rudder right. Rudder's neutral. Anti-ice as required, taxi clearance is obtained, altimeter is set, and nose light set to taxi. And we'll get the runway turn-off lights on as well. Parking brake released and ready for taxi. Let's make sure we have tiller steering. We do. And we can disengage parking brake. Oh, you know what? One thing I forgot to do. Anti-skid and nose wheel steering. Now we're good to go.
Left.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's go through our before takeoff checklist. Weather radar is on, onboard auto checklist is completed, brake temperature, we're not going to check over that because we didn't do any hard braking. Takeover clearance is obtained, ATC and TCAS. Let's get the TCAS going. Aircon packs 1 and 2, we're going to keep them on, and landing lights are on, nose lights needs to be set to take off.
On runway 05 left. On runway 05 left.
Positive 8, gear up. Slats up. And autopilot's going on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So we've just finished our loop around, and we have one more small adjustment to make in our flight path to be fully lined up with the runway. Completing our descent down to 3,000 feet right now. We've finished with all the altitude constraints, and we're just preparing for landing gear. And landing gear coming down. Ground spoilers are armed. Brake fan needs to come on as well. What's the wrong button? Brake fan. And we're go for landing.
Approaching 10.
Glide slow. Glide slow.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20.
Retard. Retard.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's flight. I hope you guys enjoyed this flight, and we'll see you again very shortly. Fly safe.